Well, you know, it's no secret President Obama is a fitness buff. He hits the gym or the basketball court, even with his busy schedule, even on Inauguration Day, even the day that he won the nomination. He's working out at the gym, and it's inspired our next guest to issue a challenge to the next president. Get the rest of the country in shape, too, in particular, America's children. Men's Fitness Editor-in-Chief Roy S. Johnson joins me now. Great to see you this morning.
Thanks for having me.
You wrote sort of an open letter to Barack Obama saying, I know that we have a lot of daunting challenges. We have the economy, we have 2 wars, we have a lot going on, but you're asking him to also pay attention to and find a way to help all of us stay fit.
Well, as you've mentioned, we've seen him walk the walk, or at least lift the lift in his workouts, and now it's time for him to talk the talk in the White House. You know, we certainly want him to continue to set a great example as a president and show the value of fitness, but now it's time to lift it to the national agenda, and he can do that in several ways. One, I'd like him to host a fitness summit, much like the economic summit that he hosted prior to coming into office, to discuss ways to revive Remember the President's Council on Physical Fitness that really has sort of been languishing for several years? Let's figure out how to revive that and make it really valuable. And then let's look at what we can take from that stimulus package and make our schools start to look at what they're serving our kids. The New York Times published a survey several years ago that said, or not last year, that 500 schools are already looking at trans fats and the things that they're putting in the food in the cafeterias. And maybe that's a way to begin to address obesity in our youth. And also to look at reviving gym classes. When school systems got tight with cash a few years ago, the first thing they began to cut was gym classes. Let's make the kids start running around again, because starting with the young people is the best way to get this going.
So let me ask you this, with so many other things on his plate, why is it the president's job? Why isn't it the parents' job or the local school districts? I mean, is there more to be done on these local levels and in these individual households than to put it all on the president?
There's no question. As he mentioned in his inauguration address, we are in the era of accountability. So it is up to each and every one of us to take personal responsibility for ourselves and our health. But certainly our cities and our states can help us. We, in our current issue, have the fittest cities in America, and many of them have done a lot of things, such as create more open space and do things to motivate people to get off the couch, get outside, participate in gym memberships. And these are some of the things that, while he's setting an example on the national level, can see some of the best practices around the country and maybe have other cities replicate them as well.
And you also mentioned 2 interesting things, and these are some regulations that have sort of been languishing in...
They've been in Congress for 2 years.
All right, so they've been sitting around there for a while, like all of us on the couch, right? One of them, though, is to get incentives for people to be able to make healthy choices. It's a very interesting thing. You get regular checkups, you work out at the gym, you do things to stay healthy, and you get some sort of monetary reward for it, or at least a tax break.
Absolutely. We've been hearing a lot about tax credits lately. So these bills provide a tax credit for the purchase of home gym equipment or maybe a membership in a gym. And yes, there has to be some accountability and to prove that you actually go to the gym, but that's one way to address it. The other one, and maybe even more effective, is to get a little bit of a credit to not have to claim money that your employer reimburses you for gym memberships. And we did a survey last year of the fittest companies in America, and those companies that invested in their employees not only were able to show that their health care costs went down, but productivity went up. So these are bills that provide tax incentives for individuals and companies to invest in individuals. And to me, that's the greatest return you can have on an investment. That's to be healthier and fitter.
Maybe if we're all healthier, we can solve some of the other huge problems we're facing as a nation, right?
There are many of them. I mean, you have a gentleman who's out there now trying to live on food stamps. What if food stamps were valued double if you made healthy choices in the grocery store? And also, maybe I'd like to see President Obama appoint a fitness czar, someone who would be an evangelist for educating and motivating America to get off the couch, get back in shape, and live fitter, healthier lives.
I know Richard Simmons would love to do that, but that's for another day.
I don't think he'd be my top choice.
Roy S. Johnson, Editor-in-Chief of Men's Fitness Magazine. Thanks for coming out today. Good to talk to you.